Hello and welcome back. I'm so excited that you're here today. I am so excited to talk to you about this, and I feel like I say that in every video, but I'm so excited to share this with you because this completely changed my life. And whenever I first started to build my first business, eventually once I grew it to $500,000 and then keep growing it and then scaled more businesses, I entered the stage where I felt like I was in a slump. And what I mean by this, I felt like I just wanted to relax all the time. I did not want to create. I just wanted to chill. And I felt like I want my body and my soul wanted to create and do more, but I just couldn't. I entered a state where my feminine energy was in a slump. And then it took me about 6 months to get out of this slump. I could not recognize that I was even in a slump. I was wondering, why am I tired? Why am I drained? Why can't I create? Why am I putting so many excuses in my life to why I'm not creating and building more businesses, helping more people? And I also want to say, if you feel like business is hard, I want you to know something. When you start a business, it is not because of money, it is not hard. Starting a business is a calling. It is a calling for you to go out there and help people. The more that you help people, the more that you solve people's problems, the more that you'll receive, the more abundance that will come into your life. It is never about the money, it is always about people. Hi, my name is Carolina. I am your feminine energy and inner work coach. My job is to help women come back to their bodies, be so authentic in themselves, and be so magnetic to abundance, to love, to everything around them, to ideas. I want you to get so many ideas and act on them. I want you to heal your masculine energy so that you can attract all the ideas, have the structure, have the logic, and just act on them. And I also want you to have your feminine energy healed, because with beautiful healed feminine energy, you attract the desires, you attract money effortlessly, you attract healthy masculine men, you attract everything that you want in life. And you can do this in a span of like 1-2 years, even months or days. And eventually I'll bring in how you can quantum leap faster without having to go through the 10 years of pain, 10 years of not knowing what to do. I'm going to show you how to quantum leap through that so that you can literally jump timelines and just receive your desire now. But whenever you are in a feminine energy slump, it can look like you get out of a relationship and you start feeling really drained. You don't want to do anything. You want to stay home. You want to watch Netflix. Honey, you're in a feminine energy slump right there. Or whenever, like I said, you build a business and then you feel like you've made so much, and then you enter a state where you are in a feminine energy slump. There's other situations that when you feel drained, when you feel tired, when you feel heavy, you are most likely in this feminine energy slump. So we are going to learn how to get out of it and what are the signs so that you know, I am in this position right now. I need to get out of this, and how you're gonna get out of it. So let's talk about it. I have my full notes right here as always, and I'm so excited to get straight into this video. So now, a feminine energy slump is you being in survival mode. It is you performing and controlling all the outcomes, regardless of how much inner work we do, how many podcasts we listen to, how many YouTube videos we hear. We are always going to reach the state of feminine energy slump, level after level after level. There's always different levels in life, and there are always going to be something in that level that you are going to just snap out. So what this means is that, let's say that you are controlling your outcomes. You want to control how much your employees are doing, how much you're making. You want to control the man that you ended their relationship with. You want to control the situation. You want to control your emotions. You don't want to feel. You want to feel numbed. You feel like you want to be in a state of place where you just don't want to feel anything. You want to go straight into the joy, and you don't want to feel your own pain. You don't want to feel your emotions and what you're going through. it is so important for feminine energy to feel all of your emotions. It is what feminine energy is. And one thing I love about women in general, people, but women in general, women the most, you guys have such a soft spot in my heart. I love our rage. I love when women get mad. It is so beautiful to me. Rage is art to me, and I love it. Now, if you are in that state of a slump right now, I want you to change your environment and realize what environment you are in. Whenever I was in the slump, I was in an environment, really nice environment. I had my salon, and that was before I sold it. And we were living in another house. We were actually traveling a lot, but I mean their environment in your mind. So what was happening in my life at that time, I had friends who were not even my friends. They were talked behind my back. They would say things about me, speak bad about me, because I was a business owner. I was their boss, their leader, and they were my employees, they were my friends, and they worked for me, and they were my renters. And so what happens here is that there's always going to be a gap, because I set proper boundaries, and then when people think that you are their friend more than a business owner, that's when things start to clash. And I had to come to terms with that eventually, because I did not realize that my friends, my employees were actually looking at me that way. And so what this caused is a lot of mental and environment in my head where I had so much negative energy. I was being consumed by it, and I was so stressed out. I was trying to control everything because I didn't have any control. I didn't have control, so I was trying to control the situation, and I was trying to be the nicest person I could and make sure that everyone was taken care of. I was making sure everyone was taken care of. So I want you to realize, where in your life are you making sure that other people are taken care of, but not you? Where are you watching their back and not yours? Where are you giving too much that is depleting you and draining your energy? Because that right there caused me to enter a feminine energy slump. And I remember too, before I started my business, I was in a relationship. In this relationship, because whenever you're not with the right man, he is going to drain your feminine energy. He's going to drain your abundance. This is why it's so important to stay celibate. It's so important to wait for the right man who actually sows into you, who actually puts these seeds into you and waters you and refreshes you and nourishes you. It is so important to wait for that right man. If you go to my playlist on YouTube and you search up relationships, I want you to take a look at my dupe desire and the real desire. That is how you'll know if you're actually with the right man or if you are with a dupe. A dupe is usually a desire that you have, but you start to question everything in your list. You start to question it and you say, okay, maybe I'll lower my standard on that. But go and watch that video. It is so important that you do. And let's keep going. So once I was in the relationship, he was draining my energy, all my abundance. I can feel him getting more successful, and I was losing clients. I was losing job opportunities. I was losing so much at this time, and I was like, why is this happening? Because I am a very hard-working woman. I am so abundant. What is happening in my life right now? And then my mom, she's very spiritual. She's so close to God. I wasn't at that time. I was not close to God. I wouldn't pray. I would worry all the time. And my mom just laid her hands on me. She prayed over me. And little by little, I started to see, wow, this guy is draining my energy. He is taking my abundance, and I am allowing it. That right there is when shadow work comes in, when you realize, why am I allowing this? Why do I feel unworthy? Why do I feel like this is okay? That is when you come in and you place a mirror and you look at yourself and say, why are we allowing this? because it's not completely his fault, but it's yours. It is my fault because I'm allowing this. I'm allowing my energy to be leaked out, to be grabbed. I'm allowing my feminine energy to be used. And that is not what we're here for, because feminine energy attracts everything. It attracts so much. And later on, I realized this. I broke up with him, never spoke to him again. And then literally, I felt alive again. I felt like I could take on the entire world. I started smiling more, I started dressing better, I started to buy more clothes, I started to level up, I bought new like shoes, new bags. I started to see all the abundance just coming right in, right through me, and I feel alive. I feel so good. And I know that a lot of women who go through a breakup, it is the biggest level up. There's something about pain that levels us up so much. And it's not even pain, it is really coming back to ourselves, reclaiming our energy back to us where it belongs, in us, in our bodies, because it's our energy. You reclaim it back and you said, enough is enough. You're not using my energy. I am not allowing anyone to use my energy. I am protecting this vessel. This vessel is mine. I'm protecting it. That is the moment when your energy comes back and you start attracting everything you've ever wanted. Your desires come to you literally so easy, and you become a magnet again. And I know I've seen so many sweet ladies come to me when I had my salon, and they would always tell me this: I can feel when a man is trading their energy. They look, you can kind of tell in their skin color, you can tell in their tone of voice, you can tell in how they smile. And I see it, I know, because that was me. And they come in, and then I can see that their boyfriend's like not taking care of them, and that is depleting their energy. Maybe he probably doesn't open the door for them, or make them pay 50-50. That drains your energy when you are so much more abundant than that. Or in relationships where you feel like you have to pay. Let's say you're at dinner and you were like, oh, let me just pay for him, stuff like that. You are literally taking away his masculine energy. Men are naturally providers. They want to provide. They want to feel so good. Just how you feel really good when somebody gives to you, that is exactly how men feel when they do something for women. The reason why you are getting all these creative ideas and you are not acting on them. And so what happens here is that you have to realize who is in your environment. Who is in here? What are you listening to? What music are you listening to? Who do you allow to come into your mind and give you advice? And people who give you advice are actually putting their beliefs onto you. So realize who has access to you, who has access to this environment up here. And then also realize your environment out here. Realize where you are. If you are in a home where you are constantly being told that your dreams are not possible, that you're unrealistic for wanting this and this and that, or if you're at a job where people are telling you, you cannot do that, that is impossible, only really smart people can do that, only the wealthy people can do that, only rich people can do that, or who do you think you're trying to be, like a creator, or things like that. I promise you, entrepreneurs, people who are already there, who are doing it, they will never tell you that. People who have good intentions will never tell you that, because their belief systems is way up here. And I had to change my environment too. I changed my environment from people who constantly dragged me down and said, that is so unrealistic. Like, you're not gonna do that. You don't make that much money, or things like that. And I'm like, I cannot believe you think this way. And I left it as that, but realize this. And now, next thing, I want you to get back into your body. This is so important. Whenever you're in survival, you're in controlling or performing mode, you start to bring your energy up to your head. And what happens here is that you start overthinking, you start overdoing things, you start compulsing, and you are in a state where there's a lot of chaos. Here, when you think over here, you bring all your energy over here. As women, this is our masculine energy. And if our masculine energy is not healed, it is going to bring about so much chaos. It is going to bring forth decisions that you are going to regret. It is so important to heal masculine energy. It is so important to do the hard inner work for it. And you can always book a one-on-one coaching call with me at www.carolinacronzo.com. For every situation, there is always a separate thing you must do. Whenever I work with my one-on-one clients, I always give them different techniques to implement in their life so they can start changing this. Because the masculine energy here, if it's not healed, you are going to be in a state where you just attract things, problems, you manifest things in your life. Like maybe you'll get a ticket, you'll be like, why am I trying to go to the next level, but this thing keeps happening? I don't know why. Like, why is this happening? And I want you to learn how to identify that. So next thing, one thing to help you to get back into your body is I want you to go for walks. I really want you to go and take a walk and not be on your phone. In the morning, make it a habit to go on a walk without your phone and not be so stimulated. The world stimulates us so much. Don't get so stimulated with the phone. Don't get so stimulated with watching other people live their dream life. These people are creating more content than they are consuming. That is a huge difference. Stop consuming so much content. And if you are consuming content, make sure that it is people who are already living their dream life. People who are literally trying to help you and genuinely trying to help you. People who are leveling up themselves every single day, who are constantly growing. Be around them. Join their community. And this is why I've also built this community. Down below in the description, you will find a way to join our community so that you can feel safe speaking through every journey that you're going through in life, because it is celebrated here. Everything you're going through, it is celebrated. Whenever I launched both of my first businesses, I kid you not, no one was there for me. No one congratulated me. Nobody did. But when everybody did start their business, I was like, congratulations, let's host an entrepreneur shower. And people were like, no, we do not want to do that. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to take my love and pour it onto myself. And that's exactly what I did. And I became even more successful. So now, tip number 3, we are almost there. Third thing, check where you are over masculine. And what this means is that look where you are trying to over control things or say, I can handle this. I'm such a boss girl. I can handle all of this. I can handle all the productivity. I can handle all of the tasks. I can handle everything. And I know that you can. I know that you're brilliant and I know that you can. But you also have to learn how to delegate your energy. Learn how to hire slow and fire quick, because that right there is going to change you. You are not going to get burnt out if you learn how to delegate. And with this also comes your ability to jump from this fear of hiring people. You are going to jump from that fear. You're going to say, okay, fear, we are not here for that. And you are going to make another quantum jump in your income, because you're now giving that income to a person that you're hiring that is going to help you with the tasks that you need. That is exactly what you need sometimes, to hire somebody else and delegate. It is so important to learn how to delegate. And what I want you to do for this is I want you to learn how to ask for help. Start learning how to ask for help. And again, ask for help when you delegate. Tell them exactly what to do. Maybe ask your partner for help. Maybe ask your parents for help, and anything that you feel like you need help. And don't be ashamed of it. Take the shame away. People in the community, we're all here to help one another. There is no selfishness. And this is where we come back into our bodies. We become our selfless person with boundaries. And we ask for help. Now, this also happens when you start asking for help and you let go of the imperfection. This is where your magnetism comes back. If you're wondering, well, I have a great business, I'm doing everything right, what's happening here? It's most likely because you're burnt out and you're not delegating. So delegate and watch how your magnetism turns back on and it comes back to you. And then you're gonna be like, okay, this is so easy. All I have to do is this, great. Now, number 4 thing, I want you to feed yourself beauty. And beauty, I don't just mean physical, I mean literally internally. Feed yourself beauty. Start seeing life with rose-colored glasses. Let the whimsy out of you come out. Start noticing tiny friends. Build rituals, things that are going to make your life feel so childlike. That right there is going to feed your feminine energy. And if you want to do the physical too, go ahead and do it. That will feed your feminine energy too. I know whenever I do my makeup, I feel so good. I feel like another person, because without my makeup, I'm like, for some reason, I get so comfortable. And then when I do my makeup, something is activated. I just played around with makeup and my hair and dress up and my heels. So I feel so good. So do that if you need to. I know that whenever I'm in a feminine energy slump, I don't want to do my makeup. But then I remember doing this is self-respect for myself. It is telling my body, it's telling me I love me, I respect myself. So I'm going to do it because it is only self-respect. And that actually builds more and more confidence in yourself. And another thing that you can do is start doing tiny upgrades. You can start doing tiny upgrades by cleaning out your space, clean out your room, clean out your car. That is going to clear out energy. It is so important to keep your house tidy up. It is important to clean the entrance of your house. It is important to have it clean because that right there is where abundance flows. And if it's dirty, energy will get stuck right there. It will get stuck at the door and it's not going to come to your home. You need abundance to flow. You need it. It needs a clean space. Imagine abundance as energy that's walking with you. If it comes into your home and it's dirty in the front, maybe your restroom, your car, it is going to be repelled. It's gonna say, hey, we're gonna come back later. That's exactly how it happens. So make sure that you have your house clean. Another tiny upgrade that you can do is to light a candle. Light a candle, look at the fire and pretend that the fire is actually cleaning out your energy. It is cleaning out the energy around. It is so crucial to do this. I love doing this and putting my intention into the fire and allowing it to clean everything around me, my whole house and my energy. And then I see the fire, I imagine the fire burning out the negative energy and I let it clear it, all of it. And it helped me so much. And now another tiny upgrade, you can wear soft clothes or flowy clothes where you feel so comfortable, where you feel so flowy. Like this dress, I love wearing this kind of dresses because they are not tight, they're flowy. And there are times that I do like to wear different kinds of dresses, but today I felt like I need to wear a flowy dress so that I can flow and I can make this video for you and have girl time. So put on a flowy dress. And then, oh my God, what I love is putting out music that just feels amazing to my body, where you can dance and move your body, move your hips, stretch. That helps you so much. It feeds and nourishes your feminine energy when you are in a feminine energy slump. And I need you to understand that micro movements create pleasure. They do. They create such beautiful pleasure in you. And that is why it's so important, because let's say you're going on a walk. I want you to just feel like, how can I create pleasure in this event? This is happening. How can I create pleasure in me just walking? That could be noticing your tiny friends, ladybugs, lizards, noticing the grass, the wind, the trees, saying hi to a tree. Notice these things and just create such pleasure for yourself. Pleasure actually attracts your desires into your life. And number 5, I want you to release emotional buildup. Emotional buildup comes from trying to over control, from burnouts, from over explaining, from overdoing the logic. Release all of these emotions that have been built up. And one thing that you can do is start writing it down. If you write things down, you have already solved 50% of the problem just by writing it down. And another thing you can do to release the emotions is allow yourself to cry. Feminine energy cannot express itself if it's consumed by other emotions. You need to allow yourself to cry. If you want to cry, go to your car, cry in the car, grab a pillow, scream into the pillow, release all of these emotions. And whenever you're doing this, let's say you grab a pillow and you want to scream into it, I want you to imagine all the energy coming out of your body, all the thoughts that are literally in your head. I want you to just scream into the pillow and release them, all of it. And then go dance, go make some tea, some warm tea, put some lemon in there, maybe with some cloves. And yeah, you'll feel much better after doing that, I promise. And let me know how it goes if you do this. Okay, and then you can also talk out loud to yourself. Start talking to your puppy, talk to your plants. I literally introduced myself to the plants when I bought them. I said, hi, my name's Carolina. Welcome to your new home. And then I asked for their name. They didn't give me their name, but I think that we are going to build a good connection there where they are going to be able to tell me their name. And another thing too, I want you to remember that feminine energy is not about being happy all the time. Feminine energy is about intuition. It is about feeling your emotions. And I want you to feel everything that you feel that is feminine energy. Feeling that. I don't want you to numb it out. I don't want you to say, well, I'm gonna go drink at this bar because I went through a heartbreak. I want you to feel every single emotion. Feel it in your body and release it. You can release an emotion in a matter of seconds. You just don't know how to do it. You've been storing it in your body for so long that you think it takes months or weeks, but you can do it in a matter of seconds. And if you like to learn more, you can also always book a one-on-one coaching call with me. I have studied this for so long and I've helped plenty of women with this too. This is why I decided to do coaching, because throughout my career and owning a salon and my businesses, I have met so many incredible women and they always needed help with something. And I said, hey, go and do this, go and do that. It will change your life completely. And they did it, and that we saw so much progress. It's so beautiful to see. Now, feminine energy can also look like being a boss, being a leader. It can look like crying. It can look like rage. It can, so many emotions. Just feel it all. We're gonna end with this. I want you to do a slow action, a tiny upgrade today. And that is, I want you to go for a walk, go drink some coffee, go shake your body, go stretch your hips, open them up, go stretch your body completely. Maybe go to the chiropractor if you need to, go get a massage. Go and nourish your feminine energy. I'm gonna go get a massage right now. I told my boyfriend I'm gonna go in the morning. I feel like I have knots in my back. I need to relax. And he's like, yeah, baby, go ahead. And I have his car, and so I'm so happy about that. And we're gonna talk about relationships later on, because I want you to have a man who's going to give you an allowance, give you his card, buy your dream home, buy your dream cars, provide for you fully. I want you to have that. But it also always starts with understanding your feminine energy, with understanding these beautiful energies, with your emotions, learning when they come in and when to release them. And that is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you took notes. I love you so much. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. And I'm so excited to hear about your progress, the seeds that you are going to plant, and how you're going to change and get out of this feminine energy slump that you're in. If you ever need help with anything, always contact me at www.carolinacarranza or info@carolinacarranza.com. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye. So I forgot to mention one more thing. If you were interested in learning about real estate, learning about private equity, learning about anything that's real estate related, I am going to link down below in the description how you can have all this education that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn. The founders have made it so possible for you to have all this education for $4.99, and this education is so life-changing because you learn wholesaling, you learn how to develop, you learn house flipping, you learn about private money lending, you learn about hard money. There's so many things that you will learn from this, and in the description I'll link down below where you can also refer friends and make money. $1,000 just for knowing somebody, and even if you refer people to the education, you will make money from the education just by having friends. So that is exactly what I want for you. I'm bringing this opportunity. It is great. And if you want more information about it, contact me, reach out to me, give me a call, and I love you. Bye.